Hi everyone, my name is Christian Carreras, and this is my Excel dashboard for Professor Adrian Wheeler's Excel class at Baruch College. For my topic, I chose skydiving because I am a skydiver myself, and I love the sport and the people you get to meet. Today, we are going to analyze certain aspects of the sport of skydiving and its members across the world, while also showing how Excel can be helpful as a visualization tool to analyze and understand books of data. Now let's go over to the United States Parachute Association website. For this project, I have different data sets, and I used some of this information for my project as well as some of these numbers and this data. My main data sheet has over 500 rows of data, which I got from this website. And initially, I had issues trying to connect one information to the other. So what I did was that I created a few columns. For example, here I added a continent column, a USPA member column. So basically, is this drop zone a United States Parachute Association member? Yes or no? Can you train and get your skydiving license at said drop zone? Yes or no? If this country or drop zone is outside of the United States, is it a USPA member for an affiliate? Yes or no? And the price per jump ticket in US dollars. Another thing worth noting is that for this project, I used a lot of conditional formatting simply to make it easier for me to interpret the data that is in front of me, which you will see more evidently in a few seconds. So for this column, what I did was that I conditioned this column to give me a check mark for jump ticket prices as low as $30. That was my minimum. The average jump ticket price for a skydive for experienced skydivers is $25 usually. That's what I pay right now. And for any drop zone where the jump ticket price was above $30, I basically flagged it. To better understand all this data, I consolidated all drop zones based on country and continent. So in here we have 60 countries that are represented across 6 continents. And I also have a column for the number of drop zones that can be found in a certain country. Now let's visualize this data using Power View and Power Map. In here, as you can see, the US as a country has the most drop zones. However, as a continent, let's minimize this. As a continent, Europe has the most drop zones with 236. So this is the most up-to-date data we have out there. The numbers for the 2016 year will be updated sometime in April. But for now, this would do, as well as the members by gender. We won't spend a lot of time on these charts as we will analyze this information in more detail on my dashboard. Now we are going to take a look at the profile of the average USPA member or average skydiver. By occupation, next to not reported, 11% of the population have a military background. So for the sake of simplicity, we can say that most skydivers have a military background. When it comes to members by region, to my surprise, most USPA members are from outside the United States. And I probably wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have done this project. This doesn't come as a surprise. Skydiving is a highly male-dominated sport with 86% of the population. 1% did not report gender, and 13% are females, which this number has been increasing throughout the years. So these are the ages of USBA members. So most members fall between 30 and 39 years old, followed by 40 and 59, 21 and 29, 50 and 59, and 60 and older. And just by looking at this graph, I would say the average age for a skydiver would be anywhere between 29 and mid 30s. And when it comes to the jump numbers that the USBA members have, most of them have between 26 and 500 skydives. And to me, it's quite interesting how there's an explosion between members that have between 0 and 25 skydives and 26 and 500. But then it drastically decreases once they hit 500 jumps. So I'm hypothesizing that the reason for this is because given that the average age is around 30-ish, these members are probably starting families, having kids, focusing on their career, which explains the drastic decrease from 500 skydives and forward. Now let's do a quick analysis of how much jumpers are paying per jump ticket across the world. So here we can see that only a few countries are USBA members, while there's a lot more that are not USBA members. Let's focus on North America. For whether a drop zone is a USBA member or not, the jump ticket doesn't change. However, if we look at, for example, Asia, for USBA member drop zones in Asia, it costs $176 to get on a plane. But for non-USBA members, it only costs $98. So that's a huge difference. On average, it costs $126, which is still a lot of money, given that we only paid $25 here in the US and pretty much close to that across any other continent. And that concludes the analysis for this dashboard. And based in our analysis, in summary, it is safe to infer that the average skydiver is most likely male, in his 30s, approximately mid 30s, has between 26 and 500 skydives, pays $25 per jump, is most likely from a foreign country, and has a military background. Something new that I didn't know was possible in Excel is to create hyperlink buttons. And basically, it just makes it easier to jump from one spreadsheet to the other. So I really enjoyed playing around with this feature. Another new feature I had fun learning how to do is to create a reset button. I used VBA and macros, and basically just did a little bit of coding in order to create a button that would reset all my slicers at the same time. Excuse me. Well, guys, that is all, and thank you for listening. I hope that you learned something from this presentation. And once again, thank you for your time.